this resistance effort, I don't know who they're resisting. I mean, the whole country is with Donald Trump, and they're going to sit there like spoiled children and stomp their feet. Chris Murphy, who, according to some sources, and I know Mark Levin has reported on this, you guys, apparently gave Zelensky some kind of pep talk before he went into that meeting in the Oval Office. And theoretically, one would think he was telling him, hey, take the deal, take the deal, take the deal, right? For the sake of the world, take the deal. Zelensky only had one job, to go in there and eat humble pie and just deal with it and sign the deal and take the deal. And he didn't. It's like his little temper got all fired up because JD said, hey, you know, we should have had a better way. We need diplomacy. And he's like, oh, you can't be a diplomat with Putin and this, that, and the other. So Democrat Chris Murphy decides that, you know, he's not even going to go to the major joint address. I mean, he's taking his ball and going home. I mean, this guy is just the epitome of an idiot. An idiot. The senator from Connecticut, forgive me, an East Coast elite, saying, I'm not even going to this thing because, oh, he's just some Russian asset, this, that, and the other. I hate him so much, I'm not going. Please.
You have been trying to lead your party, lead your colleagues in being aggressive and pushing back, as we've heard a lot this morning, against Donald Trump. You're skipping his joint address to Congress on Tuesday. You believe other Democrats, House and Senate Democrats, should do the same, and why?
Oh, I think every Democrat needs to make up their own mind. I think that State of the Union speech is going to be a farce. I think it's going to be a MAGA pep rally, not a serious talk to the nation. I think Donald Trump is going to spew a series of lies about his alignment with Russia, about what he's trying to do to allow Elon Musk to essentially monetize the American government to enrich Musk and his billionaire crowd. And I'm just not going to be a part of that. Listen, the case I'm making to Democrats is that we have to fight every single day. Every single day. Republicans flood the zone. Democrats have to flood the zone. They flood the zone with lies. We flood the zone with truth. We are going to stop this billionaire takeover of government. We are going to stop their destruction of democracy, which they have to do because what they are attempting to do, gut Medicaid in order to feed another set of tax cuts to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends, it's unpopular. We're going to stop that billionaire takeover, that destruction of our democracy, only by fighting them every single day. A lot of Democrats think maybe you should, fight every third day, you should reserve your power and jump out of the bushes at the right moment. I just think that we have to be on the offensive 24/7.
Yeah, that's going to work for you. That's going to work for you. I mean, so Chris Murphy's not going. Ilhan Omar, as you heard earlier, but we should play it again for those that are just joining the show, is embracing defiance. I mean, what a bunch of losers. Seriously, total losers. Like, this is a moment in history. And they're so mad that their gal didn't win that they're just either not going or they're staging walkouts. I mean, I have no use for this brand of politics. Republicans don't do that to them. We didn't see that happen during Joe Biden. It's unacceptable. It really is.
What does that look like? I mean, there have been walkouts in the past. Is that still a possibility? What does defiance look like?
I mean, it will look different for every member. I think this go around. We shouldn't be surprised if we see walkouts. We shouldn't be surprised if we see, the kind of coordinated effort in dressing a certain way to send a message. We shouldn't be surprised if we see people might even, verbally react to some of the lies that we know he is going to tell about the work that his administration is doing and the harm that it's causing the American people.
All right, so she's just taking her ball and going home like the rest of them, and then they're going to perpetuate this ridiculous narrative like Dan Goldman had, representative from New York. He's the guy that kept trying to tell us that there was nothing wrong with Hunter Biden calling his dad from his client table with all these people that were giving him tons of money from all over the world to promote not clean energy. Funny how the Americans can't do the clean energy, but oh sure, Romania, China, Ukraine, we're all over the the not clean energy. You have natural gas companies, Hunter Biden will help tee you up, for goodness sakes. This Dan Goldman was the one who was spouting all kinds of lies, trying to make you believe that somehow Hunter was completely, totally innocent, which he was not. And now he's out there with the same old line of attack against Trump.
We, of course, know about Russia's interference in the 2016 election through cyber warfare. That helped Donald Trump. This time around, though, Russia is very aggressively using cyber warfare, and the notion that we would stop offensive cyber warfare against Russia is a complete acknowledgement and concession to Russia that we are not going to put pressure on them. I don't know what peace deal he's talking about, Anderson. Basically, he wants Ukraine to cave. That's the only thing that I can tell.
Yeah, they're really losing it because somehow Donald Trump actually wants peace. And if Zelensky isn't actually willing to talk about a ceasefire so that we can stop killing people, then Donald Trump doesn't want to keep giving him money to kill people. And he said, you're not serious about this. And so they've been losing it over, yes, Donald Trump cut off funding because guess what? Now we're learning that in fact, things are about to change. Now we're learning that a deal is happening. Now we're learning that they are paying attention over in Ukraine and in Europe, and now we're actually going to get something done. So I think that's kind of a big deal. A big deal, right? It's good to see. It's good to see, and it's good to have it happen now. I mean, I'll tell you, the Democrats are on defense, and they're going to continue to be on defense.